My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm doing another haul video of stuff that we picked up at the St. Louis bins back in December. I grabbed a blue bag of smalls and then I have 2 bags of plush to share with you guys. It's been so long and we shopped so quickly, I don't even know what's in these bags. So hopefully I'm going to come across some more treasures. Because, you know I found them, but I don't remember what they were. And I know we found a lot of jelly cats, and I've hardly found any yet. So, let me go ahead and share with you some of the smalls. This. Look how funny those faces are. I've picked these up before. I know I tested them. They had a testing place there in the downtown St. Louis bins. So I tried to test them because, I know I could replace the bulbs, but it's so much easier when the bulbs are already working. But these are by the Paper Magic Group, 1998. I thought about doing them together, but then that's going to be an oversized box, isn't it? To put the 2 of them. So I'll probably list them separately. I think they're like $15 to $20 each.
And somebody's going to buy them together, and we're going to have an oversized box.
And we're still going to have to ship them together.
You might want to just go for the oversized box.
You think?
Maybe. Try that first.
Yeah, I'll see if I have a good box for this.
I thought you were doing smalls. Those aren't very small.
Well, okay, hard goods. There is smalls here, but yeah, hard goods. When we're there, we each put like a blue bag in where the seat area is on a cart. And then as we find smalls or, hard toys, we just throw them in our bags. And then we just usually leave them. We have so many bags because if I get short on bags, I just got to go across the street and buy some more at IKEA. But we have a lot of bags. So we usually just leave all the hard goods, the small toys, in the blue bags.
And all the plush go into
garbage bags.
Garbage bags. They work well for us. Just tall kitchen bags, unscented, of course.
Unscented.
But they work well. They fit nicely in the truck. We used to use the large, like
contractor bags.
Like the contractor bags, the huge ones. But they're big and they leave a lot of gaps in between them in the truck. So the smaller bags fit tighter together. It's when you're playing Jenga back there trying to fit. Is it Jenga?
Jenga.
No, Tetris. Jenga is where you're taking it apart. Tetris is where you want to pack it in nice and tight. So that size bag works really well.
Man, look at all of this. Look. Circus. These are all vintage Fisher-Price Little People. I've got the horse. A lot of times the horse's ears are broken off. He's not. Got a lion, a clown, train conductor, and a monkey. And a lot of times the monkey's tails are broken off. So I'm probably just going to keep all of this together in one lot. I'm thinking $25.
And that's how the monkey's tail gets broken.
Exactly. But no, I dropped the conductor. All right. And then I'll see if I've got any more. But then there were also just these loosey-goosey beds. These go like to the nursery set. This too. And then this is like a picnic table bench. Then I found these. These are this My Little Pony, but they're the fish. I forget what they're called already. I picked up
My Little Fish?
No. I want to say seaweeds, but it's not. That's why I picked up a bunch of them last year at an estate sale. I think I've sold all of them already. But there's like not a fish, a seahorse. My Little Pony seahorse that goes with these a lot of times. So I'm probably just going to sell the 2 of these together unless perchance I still have one of the seahorses and it actually goes to one of these. And she needs a bath, but a cute little Hello Kitty mini plush. It is the Nakajima brand, also Sanrio. Can't really read the date. I'm thinking $10, $15 for it. Then found all of these in one bin, so found some vintage Christmas. I think they're all Hallmark. President's Edition, Disney. Christmas ornament. Of course, that's Lion King, Bambi, Just really nice quality. Dumbo and Pooh. I'm probably going to list them all together. You know, again, I'm hoping like 20 bucks for all of them. Just as a reminder, we spent about $500 the 2 days. And I think we've gone through maybe 7 or 8 bags so far.
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10. There's more down here. This is Mr. Christmas. It said on the bottom here, it is the Holiday Carousel. There was somewhere on these also, it says circa 1874. I have the main set, which I wasn't able to test this yet. I don't have the adapter, but I'm pretty sure maybe it's battery. No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, look, it's plugged in. I'm losing my mind. So I've got these 2 horses to go with it. And these probably heavy for a Christmas tree, but I would think they would be really cute, like a mantle or something on a fireplace, a window. And then these 2, they're all connected. And then this one. My only thoughts on all of this was some of the pictures that we saw of these that had already sold, some of them had 5 horses, some of them had 6 horses, and they don't seem like they disconnect. But the comps were showing probably 50 bucks or so for all of that. Fingers crossed it works.
Somebody sold one for 95.
Oh yeah, it had 6 horses.
6.
Yeah, in fact, I do remember plugging this in. This is Anico. Not a brand I normally pick up, but you know, look at that face. It just is really nice quality. It looks vintage. I don't know for sure though. Just liked it. You know, I'm hoping $12, $15 for it. Martian. I know I have something else that's listed, a smaller version of him. I probably will make a lot. I would think that this is probably $10, $15. He is vintage from the 24K Polar Puff brand. But, you know, I'm hoping with the 2 of them, maybe $25. Look. Another one of the Swaddle plush. Of course, this is Angel from Lilo and Stitch. I think I just listed the Pooh that I showed in a previous video. Like $15 or so, hopefully. Pretty sure that, yeah, Dandy. I've picked this up several times. It sells usually around Christmas time. Let's see. Definitely works. Again, I'm hoping $12 or $15, but just musical animated. Treasure. I'll share a treasure here in a second. All right, the petting zoo. I'll see if I've got anything else in that brand that will go with it. Make a lot. All right, this is Walgreens. Cute little bandana. You know, a lot of these have been bread and butter, but I'm okay when we're sourcing at the bins to pick up a lot of bread and butter. And then look, I don't know how old it is, but it is Super Mario. I'm going to look real quick to see if I can find tags. Let's see. RN number, California, no. 2023. So not vintage. Yeah, again, I'm hoping like $9.95 or more for it as a replacement. It's a flat sheet. Sesame Street, 2024. I could tell it just doesn't have the quality of the vintage stuff. I don't think. But I'm trying to see what brand it is. Yeah, Just Play. I don't know. Probably going to be bread and butter. Let's hope $10, $12. How cute. Hopefully I have some type of gerbil or hamster or something to go with it. It does have the kind of older tag. Just really like it. I don't know who you are. Bluey? No. Spin Master. Vida something. Vita. Love Edge. I can't read the tag. I don't know if I've... I think that it seems familiar, like I've found something before. It's probably going to be bread and butter. If I've got something else, I'll list it with it. Then, let's see. Another little horse Aurora. Trying to see. I've been making little piles as I sort through stuff to make lots. Just listed 4 Hello Kitties in a lot. This is some kind of pillow. I may just set it aside and wait till I find another few Hello Kitties to go with it. I love this. I don't know what the brand is. But look, it's a little Advent bear plush. The quality is very cool. Almost looks like it's organic. Target. Very interesting. You know, I'm hoping $15 or so for it. Teletubbies. But you can just tell. It's not the... I love the older ones. Let's see. This is Poe 2024. Man, that's a whole lot of newer plush at the bins. And it used to be like their bellies would be like a hologram. Probably gonna be bread and butter. Found a bunch of Webkinz, and this bag seems to have a bunch of them in there. So I've got lizards. I'm hoping I have like fish or stuff over there. Things that normally don't go with other animals, and I'll just put all these like aquatic type stuff together. Reptiles.
Okay, Vita the Veg.
Vita the Veg.
Is Vita the Vet.
Oh, the vet.
Your old lady has failed you there. Little cartoon there you got going on.
Yeah.
She has a veterinary clinic, I guess.
Never heard of it that I can remember.
Vita the Vet centers on a 10-year-old girl named Vita who runs an animal clinic in Sweetwood, supported by her pet hamster Popcorn.
Hamster. Okay. Don't know if I've got anything like it.
And this is Zigzag. That's who this is.
Zigzag. I won't remember before I get it listed. All right. Look. Tons of Webkinz right now. Tiger. I think I've got several of these. Make a lot. This one's interesting. I don't know if I've had it. Hopefully it's something special. It is Charcoal the Cat. No tag, no code.
So for y'all using Nifty, I get to tinker with it a little bit, and I was messing with the AI generation this week, working on some clothes. Make sure when you're in there, go in and look at the generator tool so that you could tweak the generator tool to generate things more specifically to the way you like them. Like we always add in to our clothing listings, if it's a shirt or a top, we say measurements are pit to pit, laid flat, and sleeve length, and top to bottom, that kind of thing. And I was able to put that in there so that, and I said, if this is a top, do this. If it's a bottom, do this. And it understands and puts in that phrasing for me, so I don't have to copy and paste it every time. Which, you know, we were doing copy and paste with it anyway with some auto hotkeys, but it saves a little bit of time. I told it to grab our item number off of the picture, the white label on the picture of the plastic bag. It grabs that and puts it in our description for us, so we don't have to, you know, type that in and fat finger it like somebody's...
Fat finger like I do too often.
It happens, you know, typos are issues, and, you know, we have it every now and then, but we figure it out. So go in there, take a look at that, and let it help you make better listings, more to the way that you want. I even have it pulling the
basket number.
The basket number off of...
My last picture when I'm taking pictures is where I'm putting it. And it's putting that in the description for me with the bag number. And that's most of my SKU. And all I do is copy that, go take it down to the SKU. And, you know, it's there. It's just been... Now that he's tweaking it, I have spent this whole week using the AI on my toys. And it's doing an excellent job because we told it how we liked, you know, each word in our item description. Take away all the flowery stuff that I do not like. But when it reads a tag, like made in China, what it's made out of, it's putting all of that bullet points right in my description. I'm loving it now.
I tweak the, for my clothes and for Rebels Toys, but for the clothes, I always like to say, Levi's women's jeans 501. Well, usually I say Levi's 501 women's jeans.
size.
and it has the little things in the title section where you could move those around and put those things in the order that you like to have them. So if you're using Nifty and you haven't started tweaking that listing generator, which you can find on the settings page, or you can also find it when you hit the listing generator. There's a button there to customize it, and you could do this from your phone or from your computer. Somebody was asking, can you use Nifty from your phone? Absolutely. We do. We start all our drafts on the phone, and then we finish them on the computer because we prefer that, but other people just prefer doing everything on the phone. So try those things in Nifty if you're not doing it. And if you're not trying Nifty at all, link in the comments.
Mm-hmm. All right. More Webkinz. Little monkey, another cat, yeah, and then another cat. So far, I haven't found any of the ones that had the codes to them. But, if these cats, none of them are worth something specific, along with that charcoal one, I'll probably make a lot of these 3. I do the jungle animals is usually lots of 3. I'm thinking the reptiles and the fish I'll put together because I've got a whole basket going over there that I've got to finish sorting.
What do you mean if they're not worth something specific?
Like over like $12, $15 plus dollars. Otherwise, I'm just going to make lots out of them. If they have their codes, I'll probably list them separately by themselves. This looks familiar, like I've just listed one recently. It is Walmart. So maybe if I do, I don't think the other one had a paper tag. So a lot of times if I've got a paper tag and I have one that doesn't have, they're going to be 2 separate listings. Look, a little giraffe. And I'll put that, didn't I have like a monkey or something? I don't even remember what I've done here recently, but I'll make a lot as soon as I get probably 3 together. Look how cute. It is, of course, a pink Hello Kitty 2024. I don't know. Oh, that's 2. I can put those 2 together since they're larger. I'm hoping between the 2 of them, 25 plus. And then this. How cute. I want to say there was another one. I can't remember though, but for some reason I'm thinking there was another color of this. But it is Krisha Playful Plush. It's a vintage brand. I like picking it up. Said it's by Walmart also. Oh, not even vintage. It's 2009. It's getting close to vintage. I'm hoping again, 15, 20 bucks for it. Hopefully I did have a second one. And then I guess I'll end with this one little treasure. Smallest plush. I was thrilled when I saw this in the bins. It is Applause. It is from Bear in the Big Blue House. I've forgotten his name. Oh, Tutter. It says Playhouse Pals Tutter. 1999. I want to say, I looked him up because I shared a picture of him with a couple of friends when I found him. $50, $60, $70 just for him. Anything Bear in the Big Blue House just seems to sell for a lot. Again, it's an older TV series. There wasn't a whole lot of plush put out for it. So anytime you find them, they're almost always worth a whole lot of money and definitely worth picking up. All right. I'm excited to get this stuff cleaned up and get it processed, get it listed. Yeah, life has changed with Nifty, definitely. Because right now I'm out here, long enough to get a few listings ready for the next day, but it's just basically picture, bag it, put it on the scale, put my little codes on it, take a picture of the code with the weight, take a picture of the basket, which I always keep a basket going over on the side, and I'm done. I'll go back to the house and I'll do the drafts later. But it's a matter of just hitting a button, and it has just become so streamlined, just easy.
When I'm doing clothes, I take picture of the bag with the number that also have the weight written on it, and then take a picture of all of the clothes, and then I do the draft right then for that clothing item, and then do the next clothing. That way,
could.
You could do it. I just prefer to do it that way. That way, I don't have to go sort through the pictures later. It's just the most recent pictures that I got to dig through to create the draft.
Yeah, it's cold over here these days, so I have the littlest amount of time over here taking pictures, and then I'll go back to my computer, watch a video, and get my work done. All right, y'all, it's time to get to work. Bye.